Martha Stewart's helping you embrace a healthier approach to baking. Martha, good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Can we clarify on healthier? These aren't desserts that are really healthy for you, but they're healthier than the classic recipe.
Well, what it is using new kinds of ingredients, new kinds of flour. Flour that's made not just of wheat, but spelt and farro and more dense whole wheat flours. It's not all gluten-free.
Right.
And you know, gluten-free is sort of like people aren't so gluten intolerant anymore either, you know? A lot of things.
These are great recipes. Let's start with a classic. We're making chocolate chip cookies. How do you go away from the traditional recipe and change it up a bit?
In this particular recipe, we're using farro flour, and farro is an ancient grain. It's not been hybridized, and it's you could use spelt flour, which is another lovely grain. You could use whole wheat flour or farro. So we're using farro. And the farro, you want to sift or you want to add?
I'll add.
Okay. So to butter and brown sugar, you add 2 eggs and 2 tablespoons of vanilla, farro flour, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking soda, and salt. All of this gets mixed into there, but we have it already mixed here. Want to use your elbow grease? Dump all that stuff in.
Okay.
So we're adding chocolate, coarsely chopped chocolate, walnuts. You could use any kind of nuts.
And you put dates in yours.
You can have dates, you can have apricots, you can have raisins, you can have dried peaches. And this is a beautiful, dense batter, so it's a lot of good ingredients in here. You got some chocolate.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to eat those right out here. Once you get done with that, you're making them a little smaller. Some people make cookies that are too big.
Well, yeah, it depends on what you're going to be using them for. But you can eat 2 of these instead of just 1, and they bake a little bit quicker when they're smaller. Use a ice cream scoop like this because you're going to get all uniform size cookies.
And look how beautiful they come out.
And your nice glass of skim or 2% milk.
All right, now you're making a different take on traditional chocolate cake. What's the big add or takeaway here?
Well, beets. Beets. The addition of a vegetable to your batter.
Carson doesn't like beets, by the way. He's downstairs. We're going to see if you can fool him completely on this.
Let him taste the cake and see if he really doesn't like them. So cook the beets. It takes about 25 minutes to steam them, peel them, grind them up to fine puree. And you can make borscht out of this too if you want. But just grind these all up. I have some already finely ground.
This is what it looks like when you're done.
And we're using spelt flour in this particular recipe and cane sugar. So we're using a brown, less refined sugar. We're using a little bit of all-purpose. This book is not only it doesn't not use white flour. We use a little bit of white flour, which gives a lighter cookie.
All right, so you mix the dry ingredients first, and now we're adding the wet ingredients. What order do you like?
Oh, you can just add the eggs.
Okay. 2 eggs.
Yep, 2 eggs, and beat those. And this is all done by hand. You don't have to use a mixer.
A little vanilla.
Yes, delicious vanilla. Add the beets. Here's a rubber scraper.
Okay. How's this taste, guys?
It's really good, but what are the beets instead of? What are we replacing?
Are you replacing anything with the beets, or is just getting some vegetables in
melted
it?
chocolate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Water and safflower oil.
Tastes
And
really
there's no
good.
butter in it, so it's a little less caloric. But it makes a beautiful, beautiful batter. Line your pan. You're using a regular, like a brownie pan. Line it with strips of parchment paper. I use these bulldog clips to hold it in place.
Right.
It really helps. And then here, that's a piece for you.
Okay, can I try it?
Yeah, tell me
Of course,
what you think.
even
It's
if you add
dense.
healthier ingredients, it doesn't matter unless it tastes good. All right?
You bet. And everything in this book
I didn't cut part.
tastes delicious, I think. I love all the recipes. What do you think? Nice?
That's pretty good.
And the
really good.
ganache, it's just melted chocolate and cream, which makes a good ganache.
Do you feel healthier, guys?
I do.
And the cookie's great.
Really good.
I'd love to know what Jack
Carson,
thinks
what do
of
you
this
think
cake.
about beets?
I don't taste it. I think the cake tastes awesome.
Very moist.
Way to go.
Did he say awful?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Carson, I was going to come downstairs.
Don't want to get on her bad side. Martha, thank you. If you want any of these recipes, just go to today.com/food. Up next, Al puts the ribbon on his epic